Oh my gosh, what is that? Do you hear that sound? Is that the sound of time slowly slipping through our fingers? It is a familiar sound indeed, but today we're going to do something about that. I'm here to talk to you about 5 useless things you need to banish from your life that could save you up to 20 hours a week. Are we ready? Let's go. Hello there, wealthy mamas. Welcome back to my channel. I am Melissa W.E.L.L, your time management coach extraordinaire. If you are new here, do not forget to hit that notification bell and subscribe so you do not miss any of the videos that we have that are going to save you time you didn't even know you had. Let's dive into these time-saving hacks and remove these useless and common things from our lives once and for all. Our first culprit is none other than digital distractions. I mean, were you surprised? Really? Yes, we find ourselves a lot of the times endlessly scrolling on social media. We convince ourselves that we're only going to be there for a couple of minutes, and then hours later, we're down a TikTok hole. The average person spends 3 hours a day on social media. That is 21 hours a week. I could read a book. I could take a nap. I could try yoga. We want to have balance with everything that we're doing. So what I recommend is to try to get that to 1 hour a day. You just saved yourself 14 hours a week. You're welcome. I had a problem with Instagram. And I used my business and building my business as an excuse for why I had to spend so much time. The algorithm said I need to post X amount of times a week. I was not spending enough time with my children, with my spouse, and it just didn't make sense. And I ended up taking a 30-day break, which a couple months ago has led to me never going back to Instagram. Life is so much better. And I'm gonna tell you, I save at least 2 to 3 hours a day by not being on Instagram anymore. So what could you do with an extra couple of hours a day? Another thing that we need to get rid of are reactive mornings. A reactive morning is a morning where you get up and you're just trying to get your life together while getting everybody out the door. That's not fun for anyone. This is where you find yourself yelling at people. You're super frustrated. You started your day off kind of crazy, and that's like set the tone for your day. I am not a morning person, but I don't have to be in order to have a good morning. We non-morning people, we plan our mornings the night before as much as possible. So with my kids, I have them take out their school clothes the night before. I have them fill their water bottles. There are mornings where we wake up late and we still make it out of the house in time because we have done so much the night before. So don't think that you have to be a morning person in order to have a good morning. The next thing we need to get rid of are repetitive tasks. There are tasks that you are doing that you've been doing since 1975 that probably could be done a little bit better now. There are all of these different ways that have probably improved upon a process that you've been doing the same for so long. And because you're so comfortable with the way that you've been doing it, you've never even thought to automate it. I want you to look for different ways throughout your life, not just at work, but everywhere, where if you're doing something over and over again, it's the same task, there are probably opportunities for you to make that task more efficient or fully automated altogether. #goals. One of the ways that I really love to use automation is in my email. Now, I know we think about so many other things, but a lot of us have unread emails because it can be overwhelming. So with Outlook or even your personal calendar, Gmail, you can create rules to have emails from a certain person or with a specific keyword go to a specified folder. And then you can flag it, you can prioritize it, and you'll never miss an important email again. Another thing that we could do without in our lives is unproductive meetings. How many of us have been stuck in a meeting and you look over the clock, you've been like, we've been in here for an hour and a half and I still don't know what this meeting is about. I don't like to meet just because. Like, a girl's got things to do. My general rule for meetings is that they're not for status updates. They're more for actual working sessions. Can this all be summarized in an email? Have you thought about what you want to accomplish enough that you can create an agenda for the meeting? If you can't, then it's not time to meet. You want to make sure that you're giving your team enough direction to follow so that you can have a productive meeting. Is there a specific problem that we are coming together to solve? If yes, then that's the purpose of a meeting. Another thing that we need to remove from our lives completely is this whole idea of multitasking. Now, I used to be the queen of multitasking. I was so proud of how many things I could juggle at once. And when I look back on that time in my life, I was super overwhelmed and tired and anxious all the time. I put so much value and so much of my own worth into how much I could produce. I was getting them done, but was I doing them to the best of my ability? According to a study by the American Psychological Association, it can take you up to 40% more time to do tasks when you are multitasking. So we think we're being productive, but in all honesty, if we'd focused on those tasks, we would have gotten it done faster, with less errors, and less stress on ourselves to get it done. For example, for me, going grocery shopping while talking on the phone with a friend. Absolute disaster. It takes me twice as long to do everything that I have to do because I'm still in the conversation. So I do not even grocery shop while talking on the phone anymore. Trying to do them at the same time no longer works for me. The more you can find opportunities to limit that multitasking and focus on one thing at a time, the more you're going to see that it really doesn't take as much time. It's actually faster if you're really just focused on one thing at a time. If you want more time management tips in bite-sized amounts, you can sign up for my newsletter. The link is down below in the description. I would love to have you in the Wealthy Mama community. Check out my next video. It'll show you exactly how I got started with my 30-day break from Instagram. Take care.